Hey. We are live. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
On.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are so excited.
Very excited. Welcome to my very first virtual makeup masterclass. I am so excited. I just want to share with you that my granddaughter, Ari, when she gets really excited, she says, instead of saying, oh my gosh, she says, oh my Josh. So, oh my Josh, everyone, I'm so happy to have you with us. And I'm here to help you as wow, this is amazing. As I'm going to ask everyone to help me through this journey of my very first time on camera doing makeup. And if there is anything that anybody wants to see more of, I plan to be back here over and over again. So we're on this journey together, and I really appreciate and I'm very humbled by you being here with me.
Before we get started, everyone, we do know there is a chat box. So I'm going to let, of course, Miriam take the stage. So for any questions, Celine G is behind the chat there. We will be answering any questions over the chat. And then at the end, if we have some extra time, Miriam will feed you some questions as well. So we appreciate all the comments. We won't be reading them as Miriam does her amazing masterclass today. But at the end, if we have time, we will definitely go over questions. But Celine G is there to answer anything, any questions you have. And we will make sure to repeat, what products we're using. I'll be here as a little side producer. So we're going to make it an incredible masterclass today.
We are. And as everyone can see, I am not wearing any makeup. I have prepped my skin. I did my serums, my moisturizer, my SPF, my eye serum. And I also did my gold bar, but I will be showing you again. I'm going to do it again, just very briefly. When I do it on my own, I do take a little longer, but I am going to show you some of my techniques. But before I start, I just want everyone to know that beauty has been my passion my whole life, and it has really impacted my whole life, ever since I've been a little girl. And I have picked up techniques over the years to, help me in terms of enhancing my features. And I will go over my features with you and show you some of my techniques, how to improve them. But, I'm all about brightening, tightening, and lifting. And as we age, what happens is that, everything seems to come into the center. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you just a few techniques, how to take everything, keep it light in the center and bring it out and up. Okay, so we're all about lifting, opening, brightening, and of course our makeup is very hydrating and it's very brightening and very tightening. So in itself, it does a dual action of being a makeup, but also providing good skincare. Okay, so let's get started. I'd love to share with you first there's 4 pillars that even when I'm going out for a walk with our dog Joey, or I'm running errands, or I'm just doing a quick visit with somebody, I don't leave the house, although I did today, without having eyebrows, concealer, lip liner, and our highlighter called Cocoa Bean. Because those are the 4 pillars that really frame my face and really lifts up my features. So to start with, I always have my serum on first, but today what I'm going to do, I'm going to use our soft blur, and this is like a primer balm, and so I always put it on prior to starting my makeup. I'm just going to pin back my hair here so that you can really see what I'm doing.
And for anybody joining a few minutes late or anything like that, we are recording this masterclass, so we'll be able to share it.
Yeah. So excited, so excited. Okay, so I'm going to take our foundation, soft blur with our Kabuki travel brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit and put it all over my face. And I do this as soon as I start with my makeup. And a little bit under. And what this does, it's a primer balm, and it really just gives radiance to the skin, and it really fills some of the lines. Okay, perfect. And I just want to point out a few things. I have very deep set eyes, so they tend to go extremely dark on the lid and in the inner corners of my eyes. And so two philosophies, light accentuates and dark recedes. So what we're doing today is we're going to keep this area lighter so that it will open it up. Then I always take because in the mornings when you wake up, you are a little puffy, and I'm big, and you will see once I do some of the contouring, very big on accentuating the jawline, because we do tend to have those jowls. But I will tell you, this is not surgery, but it really has helped me in this past 3 years, and I do it morning and night. So I turn it on, and I always go upwards. I spend a lot of time here because I tend to go very puffy on my jawline and underneath my chin, and I go right under my ears and under my cheekbone and in the center of my forehead. I go up my temples, under my eye, and I always take the corner of the wand here and I just go in here because I also tend to have a little fat pocket in the corner of my eye, and that, I'm not sure why that happens other than age. And then I just lift up here. I can really feel the stimulation. And I love, my face shape is oval, so I tend to have a little bit of a triangle at my chin, but I really have enhanced that over the years with the gold bar. And then I go on my neck. Okay, perfect. Wow. I feel that. A little closer.
Yeah,
okay.
Perfect.
First time, gotta learn all this. Okay, so I put on our soft blur, and it's a beautiful, balmy, creamy texture to it. And sometimes what I just do is I put a little extra underneath my eye because I tend to go very dark and hollow in the corners of my eye. I do use a lot of concealer there, which everybody will see. Okay, so let's get started. I also love to use our silver palette because I'm not great about putting things on my hands. So I tend to, sorry, I'm just gonna step aside here, take a little drink. Thank you. So I tend to be more aware of my product when I use it on my silver palette. I'm going to start off with, we have 3 types of concealer. One is the dual action, which is a more creamier formulation. The other one is the liquid one, which I do use in conjunction with the Photo Touch concealer, and I'll show you the one that I use.
Raise up the product a little more so we can see perfect.
So it's this one that I use. And the reason I use this one is that it really does camouflage my dark circles, and it's a creamy formulation, so it's very blendable and easy to use, okay? So sometimes what I do is I do put a little bit on my silver palette, as you can see, but I'm just gonna go straight into it. So I'm going to need to use the mirror, but I will lean in so you can see how dark it gets in there and very hollow. So when it gets hollow and it recesses, it makes you look tired. And one of the things you don't want people to say is, oh, are you tired, when you're not? Okay, so I'm going to go in there.
And what shade is this in?
Oh, sorry, this shade is medium peach.
Perfect.
And the reason I use medium peach is I need the peach color to cancel out the purples, the browns, and the darkness. So what I do, and I'm going to do one eye to the other, I put it on, And I don't take it right across because I will do that with the brush. And then I use our all over brush. And I just go in. I really prayed today to the beauty gods to have everything go smoothly. I just blend and feather and pat. So when you pat, you deposit. When you do sweeps, you loosen the pigmentation. So if you want a softer or more transparent coverage, just keep sweeping. But for me, I want it to deposit stronger here. So I'm just putting it into the corner of my eye and just patting it. And then you'll see I go back and forth. I fine tune a lot of my makeup as we go along. And, you know, it's fairly straightforward, fairly transparent, but I do spend time on the areas that I need to spend time with, which is working this inner corner. So you can see how that really opened up that part of my eye, you see? So it's fuller here, and where here is more hollow and dark.
For someone asking, the brush Miriam is using is called the All Over Eye Brush. Mm-hmm. We will definitely link everything with a follow-up email after this masterclass with all of the products that Miriam is using today. And as always, we can help you color match over Instagram or via our virtual consultations.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm just going back to my silver palette. I'm going to pick up some of the concealer and just sweep it across the whole eye, the eye bone, the movable lid, and right out to just the start of my temple. So you can see how that really opened up my eye. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and do the other side. And I'm going into the inner corner and just right directly below. Going back in with my brush. And again, I'm patting it because I want the color to deposit. And when you pat it, it really blends into the skin. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to go back to my silver palette. I'm going to pick up some of the product I put down there before and sweep it across. So you can see we're starting off with a nice clean eye, so that if when we do use an eyeshadow, it's not mixing in with the browns and the purples and the dark colors that we wake up with every day, okay? Then I take our mineral powder, which is called Shell, and I take our blending brush, and I just do a quick sweep all over the eye, just to set it. So you can see it's just nice and sheer, right? And because of my deep set eyes, I do have a natural brown color there, but I do enhance that because I like to just lift my eye bone up a little. So I'm going to take another break for some more water. I drink a lot of water.
Mm. It's part of having healthy skin.
Mm. Okay, now I'm going to take our Golden Glow bronzer, which we will use to do my contouring. We'll use it to do a quick sweep all over the face, but I also use it to use as an eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a quick sweep because, again, I'm not patting. I want it to go very, very translucent on my eyes, and I'm going to sweep it all over my lid, into the inner corner, up to the brow, on the eye bone, and I'm going to extend it out. Because when we started, I said, I'm all about lifting, opening, brightening, tightening, hydrating. I swear those are my middle names. So you can see how it just lifted up that part of my eye. And I put a little bit on the lid. And you could just wear that, which is really pretty, but I am going to use a liquid shadow. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my other side. Have I told you how much I love makeup? It makes me very happy. And you don't need a lot. And as I say, the 4 pillars that I never leave the house is my eyeshadow, my concealer. As you can see, it made a difference. And I haven't as yet brought it out underneath my eye, which we will go back to do after. I always start with my eyes first, and then I do my concealer, then I do my face, and then my best part are my lips. Okay. There. You see that?
Absolutely.
Love that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go and use our liquid shadow, and this is Consolation. And I like this color, especially for me, because I have golds. It's a bronzy, it's very, very sheer and easy to apply because the applicator, but you can see it's like a bronzy taupey. It even has a bit of rose in it, which is very brightening. So I'm going to put that on the center of my eye. I'm just going to go up a little. Can you see that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you can use your finger to dab it. This can be applied as well all over the eyelid and in the crease. It's very, very pretty. So
What's nice is that it's very sheer too.
It's extremely sheer.
Yeah.
And it will always, especially with the copper and the rose, so what that always does is brightens the whites of your eyes. So if you're really tired, it's a nice shade just to put on, to do a quick sweep on your lid. So I'm just putting that up. I go slightly up to my eye bone. Okay, perfect. Love that. Gorgeous. Okay. Now, a few things I want to highlight. As we age, well, for me, I've lost hair in my eyebrow, as well on my lashes. So in order to look very fresh, it's important to have a nice solid base, baseline in your lashes. So what I always start off doing is I take the shade Voyage, which is a beautiful navy, it's like a navy black. And I just sweep it. This is not going under the waterline. I'm going to do that at the end. I just sweep my lashes to give me a frame. Sometimes I'll do that too if I'm just running out because I don't want to put mascara on. So I'm just going to almost just, and it's not defined. This is like almost like a smudgy look as well. And I'm just running it through at my base. And this is not going under the waterline. Okay, so this is just going at the base of your lashes. It also gives you a little bit of a liner look. So you can see from one eye to the other how that really just opened it up, which is, it's just a nice technique that I've taught myself. Then I go to the other eye and you can see I'm just running it through. And I chose this color. Our gel liners are so hydrating. They have 7 hours of lasting power to them. They have vitamins C and E in it, and it hydrates your lashes. So, and because of the gel formulation, it's very easy and very blendable to put on. I mean, it's so easy, you could do it in a second.
Mm-hmm. Someone's asking if the liner will leak onto the skin, but all of our gel pencils are water resistant.
Yes, it won't. Yeah. It won't. So I just blended it right into my lashes. Okay, perfect. Put that color away.
Miriam, there are a few questions here. Just if that liner was on your eyelid, underneath the lashes, or in the lashes?
Yeah, I did. So I will go back and put it under my waterline to really define the base, but I didn't do that now because my eyes can sometimes get very sensitive, so I like to leave it after I've done my mascara. What I did here, and I didn't even do it on top of my skin as a liner, but it does appear in the same shape as a liner. Let me go closer. So I just went right into the base. I'm not touching my skin at all. So you can see just right into the base, and I'll do it this way. And you know what, it's not perfect because I don't want it to be perfect. And what is important, another tip, we tend to lose the outer corner of the lashes. So I always like to go into the lashes and just press so it elongates the lash line and the shape of the eye to become more almond. So I didn't go underneath and I didn't go on top. I just went right into the lashes. And I know it can get, and it shouldn't really go on top of your lid. And I'm gonna go back and clean up underneath my brow afterwards. Sorry, another moment.
I'm gonna actually do something production-wise. I don't think Selena's seeing a couple of our questions, so I'm going to make her able to see them all so we can make sure we don't miss any of your questions. You can keep talking, Miriam. I'm just
Okay.
doing this on the sideline.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. This is live.
Yep, exactly.
This is the fun part.
We are having fun with it.
Makeup is not serious with us, G's.
Exactly.
It just enhances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, and our gel pencil come in about, I think there is around 10 shades, 8 shades. And all of them are, I wish I could wear all of them all at once, but they all are so blendable. They are so hydrating, so easy to use. And the lasting power is unbelievable. I'm going to take a shade called Adorn, which is again, it's a beautiful bronzy, and it has a little bit of navy in it shade, and that really enhances my eye color, and it also whitens the whites of your eyes. So you can see I have, like right now, there's a little bit of gap, and I just want to lift that outer corner up a little bit. So I take Adorn, and I just do a half triangle on the movable lid and just right up to the bone. I'm not going to go above. I'm just going to do it in a half triangle so you can see that. Sorry, I'm just going to do this for one moment.
That's good about the rolling chair.
Mm-hmm. Did like a little wingy. Okay. And I'm going to take our concealer brush, multi-purpose concealer brush, and because it's flat, I'm just pressing it in because again, I'm just letting the shade, the color deposit instead of sweeping it where it loosens up. So I'm keeping it right on the outer corner to lift up my eye. See that? Wow. Pretty good. And this is all blended in. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and do the other side. And again, it's just the outer corner. It's like a little triangle, half a triangle, going up to the eye bone. And I'm going to clean up everything after I go back and as I said, I fine tune my makeup. Go back to the concealer brush and just pat it on. Sometimes this eye takes a second round because it's a little deeper than the other eye. You learn about your eye shape, your face shape. One side is different than the other side. Sometimes I laugh in the morning because I'll wake up and go, oh, where did that dark spot come from? Or where did this hole come from? Or why is this eye more puffier than the other? And who knows? Okay, so you can see, and I'll go back and clean everything up.
The liner in your lashes makes such a difference.
It does. It really just opens it up.
Definitely going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. What I do sometimes as well, I will go back to our felt liner and I go into the inner corner on the skin and I just match it up to the line that I did in the lashes. So you can see it just elongates it again without making it too thick. I love this felt liner because the tip is so narrow and it's like precision. And so I can go in at times, and sometimes I'll even do this again to my lashes if I don't.
It sometimes can look like a lash, like that's how thin the
I
pen
know.
is.
It's just so beautiful. Okay.
Beautiful.
So you can see right now, we've opened up this part of my eye. We've moved it away from the center and bringing it out to the temple. So when we finish, just going to do another little blend. So I'm really known as the mixer, the blender. I love combining colors. I love combining, everybody always says, which serum do you use? And I say about 4, because I'm a cocktail serum person. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to leave my mascara till after I do my concealer because I've been touching my eye a lot and I just want to give it a moment's rest. Okay, perfect.
The last eyeliner for Brett asking, it's the black felt tip liquid liner.
Okay.
For anyone asking questions, just make sure to click all panelists and attendees and Celine G will be able to answer.
That redness there will go away soon. It's just from the gold bar. I have a little sensitive skin on my neck. Today I'm going to use, I love a sheer skin. I don't like foundation on my skin. I'm just going to put this back because I just want everybody to see what I'm going to be doing. So I've chosen to use Mineral Sheer Tint and it is, yes, I'm going to, it's extremely hydrating. Can you see that? And I use the shade Natural Glow. It has vitamin C and vitamin E in it, and it's very transparent, but you do get a beautiful color. I'm going to use 1 pump, and so that's the Mineral Sheer Tint. Then I'm going to use 1 pump of, what shade is this one?
This is Natural Light. Liquid illuminator.
It's a luminosity. And some days what I'll do too, if I don't want to do anything in the tinted mineral or the prime skin, I'll just put the luminosity on. And I take 1 pump of that and I mix it together with our kabuki brush. And I stipple it out so that it, because I keep going back to it, you'll see after I do my mascara as well. And in 2 minutes or less, you're going to see a beautiful transformation. Very empowering, this Mineral Sheer Tint. A lot of times people say, oh my gosh, your skin's so glowing. Yes, it is, because we tend to do a lot of treatments with hydration, and our products are very hydrating, very brightening. Wow, that looks so bright. I love that. So it's 1 pump of each. Okay, perfect.
Miriam, a quick question. Pune is here with us, just asking about, when you would use mineral sheer tint versus the prime skin versus a multi-stick. We can talk about it as we go through, but just what your opinion is. Like for today, you've chosen mineral sheer tint.
Right, because I wanted to use something that gave me a little bit more coverage, but not in a foundation formulation. And I like the mineral sheer tint because it gives me the natural glow, gives me a beautiful glow, and that was my goal today. I love prime skin. That I call my second skin. It goes on and it just blends right into my face, and I just feel a little protected, but it's all about our skin being so breathable. And you can see that my skin is breathable. Even when I've been using the brush, I tend to go a little bit of red, but you can see, it gives me that coverage, but nothing too thick. And of course, our foundation stick is our multi-purpose formulation. And why I love that is if you're in a hurry, and you're just running out and you've got 10,000 things to do, which we all do. I use that as a concealer. I use it as a foundation. It's very creamy, the formulation. If you have oily skin, it is excellent for oily skin. It's oil-free, and it really gives you a coverage, but again, not in that heavy stick formulation. Again, your skin is breathable, and you can use it because I will show you where I'm going to be using the concealer to cover up some of my dark area. So, it's like you have 3 black dresses, and you choose the black dress that's going to suit you for your needs that day. And that's how we feel about our 3 different formulations. They're all very sheer, they're all very hydrating, they're all very brightening. They have antioxidants in it, and they really deliver the purpose of what you're needing for that day.
I love that analogy.
That's how I see it. Okay, now I'm going to go back and conceal. And I spend a lot of time in terms of prepping my skin underneath. I will put eye creams on, serums. Even during the day, I will use our soft blur if in case I feel, a little dehydrated, because for me, it is my liquid filler. I want to fill this area here, and I want to raise it up. And so in order to do that, I have to use a little bit more coverage. On the days that, I don't want to have so much coverage, I will use prime skin or mineral sheer tint or the multi-stick, or I will use the liquid concealer. But today I'm going to go back and use something a little bit thicker. And I'm going to show you where I conceal, okay? And just give me a moment. I do need the mirror because I'm not wearing my glasses.
Andrea, thanks for the tip on my email. I just clicked the app.
So we tend to go, as you age, the fullness sort of leaves you. I don't know where it goes, but sort of leaves you maybe on my hips. It leaves the temple area. And so what I like to do is I like to fill it up with my concealer. So I go right to the cheekbone. So you see what I did? I went into the inner eye, right out to the cheekbone, up on the temple, and a little bit above my eyebrow. Okay. I know we're all waiting for me to do my eyebrow. That's coming next. And then again on this eye, again. The other area that I always, even when I'm running out for errands, that I always cover up is I tend to go very dark around my nose. And this is where I really check in and make sure there's nothing inside my nose. And the other part too is my lips have gotten wider since I've gotten older. So I like a more closer lip shape, smaller lip shape. So I tend to go right into the inner corner and on my chin. because that's where we tend to go a little dark. So again, oh, a little bit here. So I know some of you are saying, wow, that's a lot of concealer, but it makes me happy to be very bright. It makes me very happy to be very open and not, you know, for people not to say to me, oh, you look tired. So I do take a little bit more of the concealer in order to deliver what makes me happy. Then I'm just going to take our, this is our contour and highlighter brush, and I'm just blending it. I love to blend. When you condition your skin, the makeup, our makeup really just goes on so transparently.
You're also very light with your brush application to your face. I admire that. You're very gentle.
I am, because pulling is loosened for me. So I'm just going back to the blending brush and I'm patting it in. And then I'm going to pat it in here. And going out to the temples, just above my temple where I see little holes. It's all good. And I'm just patting underneath my eye. I'll do this side. I don't go right up to my lash, my bottom lash line. I do like that bronzy look under my eye. I feel it opens it up, and it's, I'm going to go back actually with the Golden Glow and show you what I do. So again, just patting. So you can see what it's done. It's just really just opened up my cheekbones. Okay. Love that. Now I'm going to go back. I told you how much I love our makeup, how it makes me happy. And the key is to pat it in so it looks very sheer and transparent. I don't use a lot of powder, so the blending really sets it for me. But I do use the shell, which I'll go back and show you after. And on my chin. Tend to go dark underneath my lips and in the center of my chin. It can be very aging as well on me.
You can really see the glow from the natural glow and the liquid
Luminosity, right?
It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. And then sometimes I will go into the soft blur, just take a little bit on my blending brush and just sweep a little bit on top of my concealers.
I was going to say this balm is very, like, it works for so many different things. I personally use it when I have an oily T-zone. It just smooths everything out for me, where you're using it for like long lasting effect and volume. It's so multi-purpose and it's completely clear. So it works on all skin tones.
And it's not heavy. The texture is not heavy. It's a very light formulation. Mine has lasted me a very long time, and I had to get a new one, and it had a big circle in it. But I also just, I don't know if you know this, but I just brushed a little bit on top of my lip line because I wanted to set there. Perfect. Okay, now I am going to, just want to show you one little tip that I do before I do my lashes. I'm going to take our angle brush. This is our brow angle brush. And I'm just going to take our Golden Glow And as I said, I like, I don't want like a line underneath my eye. I like a very warm shadow look to it. So, and I like even taking it down a little bit underneath my lash line because it makes it look very natural. And then I just take it into my inner corner a little bit. And then match it up. So it just really opens. Do you see that? I love that. And I'm just brushing it again underneath, taking it in. And yes, your skin moves with it, but it's all good. Sometimes I even take a little bit and I just go right into the corner of my eye, the outer corner, and I just do a little lift. Another tip, in the event that something drops or, you know, it's not the line that you want, I just go in with the concealer and with the eyeliner brush, and you can go in and just fine tune the outer corners. It's almost like a wing in.
We have about 30 minutes left.
Okay, perfect. This is just too much fun.
I'm
We'll
literally
have to
watching
do-
like right here, learning and listening. It's the
We'll have
best.
to do. So you see how that just cleaned it up there? Perfect. Okay. Best part, going in to do my eyelash curler. I have very sparse, thin lashes prior to using a product that we have called New Lash. And it really has helped strengthen my lashes, but also lengthen them and has provided fullness to it. So now I'm so happy because I can actually use the lash curler. So I like to go in quite close and press down. Wow. Ready for camera. Again, I tilt it, I pump it, and I go in. Great. Sometimes when I do that, I just, okay, perfect. I also use our Lash Primer because what that does, it helps condition the lashes and it helps lengthen them and strengthen them. So I just put another tip. I turn our compact upside down so that I can really get to the base of the lash and that it doesn't go on top of my skin.
This is the best tip ever. We did a little dress rehearsal and I've been doing it ever since, but flipping the compact upside down, you get to see all your lashes and then you don't get any lash or mascara.
On the rim,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Or transfer to the skin.
Just going in to fine tune with the golden glow into my crease. Perfect. Now, I use Luxury Black because I like how the brush shape contours my lashes. And I go right again to the base. I do a little wiggle. I love mascara. Everybody asks me, wow, your lashes look amazing. And I do a 3-step, but it is, well, the 4-step with the New Lash. It is just so worth it. And at night, I do a double cleanse with my lash. I use the G Beauty oil cleanser to loosen up the mascara. I clean that up, and then I go in with the G Beauty eye makeup remover. Another tip that I do after my eyelashes are clean, I take a little spoolie and I take our eye makeup remover because it has glycerin in it, and it will help strengthen the lashes. Wow. I can't believe that. Gorgeous, if I may say so myself. Again, I'm going in, I go right to the base. And I'm going to keep the water line, the gel liner at the end. And I just want to tell you that my skin feels so hydrated. It just, did I put on the mineral sheer tint or did I not? That's how light it feels. And again, I just take the tip, and this is really important. Go right out to the corner of your eye, because a lot of times it's where we have less lashes, and it's where all the lifting happens. Wow. Sometimes I do, or sometimes I don't. It depends. I will take a little bit of a sweep on the bottom of the lash and just back and forth. And
so fun to see everybody that's here on the live. Lucinda, Trina, Vicky. So fun.
My friends.
Exactly.
I love them.
Andrea.
Okay.
Amazing.
Now, serious business, the brows. I use the Precision Brunette. And as you can see, I have very little brows. Just cool. Can't wait till we open again. And then I have able to book a brow lift. Oh my gosh, I really have no brows. Okay, so what's a good way to measure is I still to this day, I just line it up so that I make sure that I get the full shape of my eye. So it, because my hair technically stops there, but that would really destroy the almond shape of my eye. So I take it with the pencil first, and I draw a little frame. This is really tattooing because I actually do not have very much hair. And I really make sure that my tip goes up and not down. So that is, can you see that? Okay. Now I'll go in and I'll fill it in. And where I heighten the frame is right on the outside of my iris, so that I make sure that I have the lift there. See that? So I use my iris a lot because I also use it for my lips. How are we doing for time, Steph?
So I don't know if it will turn off at 1:15 or if it will allow us to keep going, but it's 12:50 now. So we have about 20 minutes.
Okay, I'll do it. I can do it.
But based on popular demand here, we are definitely going to create a series here.
So you can see.
Stunning.
And then I'm going to go back in to fine tune it after with the brow highlighter. Then I love our brow. Is it in there, Steph?
Yes, but
our highbrow.
Yeah.
Okay. And this has tiny little hairs, which I could glue on, fiber, which I can glue on. So I take it after and I start in the center because I don't want too much to deposit in the front. And I gently sweep it on top of what I created here. And you're going to see from one eyebrow to the other, like, wow, oh, wow, 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 wow.
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 So
this is one of my pillars that I don't leave the house without. Then I go into with our, which you can do with your concealer as well. I go in with our highlighter. This one is matte beige. And I will just go in and frame it so it opens it up a bit. Going in, let's see, brush, just blending it up. Now everybody knows now what I look like without brows. Wow. I love that. Okay. Going back, this side has always been harder for me, so bear with me. And if I make a mistake, we're together, we're friends. Thank you, Stephanie. So I'm just outlining it. Can you see? And again, I'm just lining it up. The arch, I'm lining up to the outside of my iris. And lining it up to my inner nostril, my left side of my nostril.
What's nice about the precision brow pencil is that because it's
Wow.
so fine, it never looks heavy because you just have to build on it.
Absolutely. And let me add, all our makeup is very buildable. It really is. And very buildable, very blendable.
Someone said they could watch you all day.
Oh, I'm so flattered, my friends.
And I did set you up here for a series because once I said that, everybody says yes.
You know what's so nice is that I love helping people. And I feel that you are helping me now, and it makes me, I don't want to get all verklempt or choked up, but you are helping me. So, you know, they're not the same, but that's cool. I don't want them to be the same.
They're not twins, they're
No.
sisters.
Going back to my highlighter. Okay.
The brow pencil Miriam used is our precision brow pencil in the shade brunette. This comes in 5 shades. This is a true brunette shade.
Okay. Now, the best part. I'm so excited here. I'm going to use our bronzer, and I'm going to use, which brush should I use as a
Fan brush?
I will use a fan brush, but I'm just going to show in our contour and highlighter brush, I'm going to take the Golden Glow, and I'm going to show you what I do. So I start almost between the cheekbone and you see that little nobule of your ear, and I go in there. Sorry, I need the beauty of eyesight. And
I need that too.
And I'm just going in, not right up to, just around the center of my cheeks. So you can see that. Then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to show you my lines. And again, underneath the cheekbone, I'm going to go on the top of my forehead. And just on the outer part of my temples. I opened up my temple, so I'm definitely not going to bronze that. Now, right under here for my jawline. Again, as I aged, my jawline got wider, and I love a triangle. I mean, I thank God for my structure that my parents left me, but I do enhance it a bit. So I go right under my earlobe, down, right underneath here. One time I'm going to do a session with you with the gold bar, because I'll show you what I do, especially under here.
For everybody typing in, if you can please click all panelists and attendees, and Celine G will be able to answer. When it just goes to all panelists, it's just Miriam and I, and we are busy doing our makeup.
So I just want to show you what I do. I take a little bit of the bronzer and I just put it right there. And it just creates a nice V. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Love that. So a little bit of help. I take our fan brush and I drop it. And assistance, yeah, beautiful. And I just blend it in.
That first brush was the contour and highlight brush, and now we're using the fan bronzer brush.
And it's just about a nice soft bronze.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So happy that Cocoa Beam is back. I just want to show you what I've been working with because I love it so much. Just opened up a new one. So yummy when you open up a new Cocoa Beam. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to go back and contour my nose, but first I'm just going to go back to the my silver palette where I had the concealer and the mineral sheer tint. I'm just going to go in the center of my nose. Then I'm going to go with the Golden Glow and just go down a little bit on the tip. And then blend in. Just to narrow it up down. Great. Sometimes I'll just do a little line across right at the bridge of the nose too. Great. Then I take our Cocoa Beam that I love, and with our prime skin brush, I will take it. I'll go on top of my cheekbone, into the center.
Wow.
Can you see that? Wow, I love it. That's why it's one of my pillars. Okay. Now I'm going to have some fun with our blush. Whoops. I take our blush brush. I love and they're both mineral sheer, mineral blushes. I take a shade called Adobe, which is a more of a sort of a warmer, such a pretty shade. It's a warmer,
like a taupey tan kind of
taupey,
bronze.
that's the word.
Yeah.
And Coral Sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Coral Sun because it reminds me of the sun. And I take both of them, little dab. Sorry,
The blush brush makes all the difference too. I used to not use it, and it really gives you the definition on the cheekbone.
Absolutely.
Wow, look at the Cocoa Beam. It's amazing.
It is. So take both and work from the top, because if there's any extra deposit, I want it to deposit there and not into the center of my cheekbones. Something.
Beautiful.
I like a little bit more of the Coral Sun. This is where I'll go back to the shell powder and just take a little bit just to blend everything in. It is so sheer, this powder, that it doesn't change anything. It just takes away a little bit of the shine, but still gives me the glow and what I'm looking for. Just going to go back and fine tune my jawline. It's all about my jawline. Take it down my neck. And underneath my cheekbone. Okay. So now
I laid out all your lips.
Yes,
here,
you did.
so
and I just need this.
Oh, yeah.
I take our nude waterline. And again, I like a more smaller mouth, and I line the edge of my mouth to the inner part of my iris. So
does that make it more heart shape your mouth, or like
makes it more
fuller?
fuller.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you age, your mouth goes wider,
Okay.
as your jawline does.
And this is the nude waterline.
Nude waterline. And I love, love lining my lips. So I do use, I'm going to use Lady Godiva. And I'm just going to show you what I do. I go a little bit, so I slant my pencil. I don't go flat. And I lift the outer corners because we tend.
I find it's easier to do it first and then top, only so you get exactly what you want.
Sometimes what I do to get like a full shape of the lip as well is I'll smile, and that will help me. So very important to go into the center, to go into the corners of your eyes. It's really
Corner of your lips?
yeah, corner of your lips and your eyes.
Well, I know that the corners are where we lose volume first, so that really does accentuate. Someone's just asking, you could use concealer instead of the nude waterline? Like,
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Just that it's like a creamy nude shade.
I'm going to go back to Cocoa Bean and just going to put a little bit on top of my lip and then the Cupid's bow. And my nose too. Okay. Now I am going to use, and I do take my finger and just blend it in. Okay. I'm going to use 2 shades here. I'm using Hollywood and I'm using Hanky Panky. Hanky Panky is my go-to. And it's more of a pinkier tone. They're both matte, but they have a luxury finish to it. It's not a matte. And then I use Hollywood on top. Sometimes I go back to my pencil. And then I will go back to my my waterline. So I line it up to the outer corner of my iris.
Allie wrote that G Beauty has changed makeup for her, and she's so grateful to all of us.
And then do a little bit more of my Cocoa Bean.
Wow.
I can even
Do you want your lip toxel?
Yes, my lip toxel. I was looking for it. Thank you, Stephanie G.
This is a pure, clear, plumping gloss. It's amazing.
Take my tips out.
The other clip there? Oh. Wow.
I need some hairdressing skills here.
Stunning.
And there we go.
Wow, wow, wow. So to everybody watching, we are extending a 10% discount code to all makeup and brushes and G products from today until tomorrow at midnight with the code MG10.
Oh, I forgot my waterline. Can I just go back?
Yeah. So 10% off all G Beauty makeup, brushes, and any G products makeup wise. So brightening water, eye makeup remover, brushes, makeup, MG10 for 10% off.
Okay. I'm just going to go in with the gel pencil and that I used on top of my on top of the lashes. I go underneath the waterline, and what I'm going to show you what this does. It just really thickens the base. Sorry, let me just show you that. See that? Wow. I'm just going right under my eye. That's why I double cleanse my eyes, because we really need to make sure we get everything.
We're going to answer a few questions because we have a few minutes left.
I'm so excited. Our Golden Globe bronzer.
Okay, let's just see any other questions here. Miriam, do you use a setting spray? Generally not, or?
I personally don't.
Okay.
But you can, and you would use it right after you finish everything.
Okay. Just somebody asking again, just about eyes, like under eyes, there's shadow, sunken skin, not discoloration so much how you hide them, but that's really what you did in the beginning with your concealer.
Skin, I do. I have quite sunken skin here, and it's so when something's dark, it recesses, so it sets it back, and because I use the concealer, it brings it out.
For the lipsticks, Miriam used Hollywood, Hanky Panky. Lip liner was Lady Godiva, and the G Beauty Lip Toxel on top. So this is a clear lip toxel, and the two lipsticks are Hollywood and Hanky Panky.
Right, and you can also use our waterline pencil on the outer corners, or you can use concealer.
Mm-hmm. And we will be sending out an email after later on today with all the products that Miriam used in today's masterclass. And for anybody asking about color matching, you can always send us a DM. Best to send us a selfie with little to no makeup on the skin so we can truly color match you. Or you can email virtual@gbeauty.com to set up a virtual consultation with either a Canadian G Beauty team member or a US-based team member, and we will definitely connect you virtually so we can video and show you our makeup and what would be best for you. You're getting so many beautiful compliments.
I want to show you my hands.
Yes, go ahead. We still have a few minutes.
I've really worked very hard on my hands, and I used to have a lot of pigmentation. I was very dry. They were uncomfortable. And I just felt like, wow, I pay so much attention to my skin, my face, my body, my neck, and I really neglected my hands. And so about 2 years ago, I said, no more. And so I have been doing, once we open, we have an amazing hand treatment called Hands On. And it's a great combination of different modalities. I use Dr. Sabag's deep exfoliating mask on my hands almost every night, mixed in with his hand maintenance cream. And throughout the day, I do put hand cream on, and especially now that we're sanitizing so much, it's so important. And I also use our Gold Bar on it, because I thought, why not give it that muscle stimulation and that blood circulation?
And for those asking, today's masterclass has been recorded. We will probably upload it to YouTube, and then you will be able to rewatch it. And of course, you always have access to us by asking questions over Instagram. And again, for anybody looking for a virtual consultation, please email virtual@gbeauty.com. Just let us know in the subject line if you are based in Canada or the United States, and then we will make sure to get you all connected to the correct team member, whether it be for skin or for makeup. The 24 karat gold bar that Miriam keeps referencing is a G Beauty branded tool. It's on our website, gbeauty.com. It is available there. The gold bar is excellent for any type of skin. We are so excited, hopefully, to reopen in the new year, to meet any of our new G Beauty followers and community, and to see all of our incredible clients and friends. This has been such a pleasure. I think we got to most of the questions. I know Celine answered quite a bit. We will definitely, let me put in here, virtual@gbeauty.com to book a virtual consultation. For someone asking, I believe the soft blur versus the shell. So soft blur is colorless, and it's a true bomb. So it has a creamy texture to it. It's completely sheer. So Miriam, like I said, used it for volume and for setting. I use it for oil. So my T-zone gets very oily, and I just take the soft blur and just rub it directly on, and it really mattifies and smooths.
You can even put it on top of your makeup. Like sometimes during the day, I will do a little pat on top of mine.
And then the shell is a true powder. So this gave Miriam a little bit of extra coverage. It's smooth. It wasn't
so much the coverage, it did, but it just sort of set everything, because I particularly don't use loose powder, and I didn't want anything to change the color of what I was doing. And it's very sheer, and it's mineral, so very hydrating, and it really is, it gives you the coverage, but not anything in depth.
And for someone asking, Blush Beam will be back in stock in the new year, which we're very excited about.
Oh, Blush Beam.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, everyone, we are going to log off. Like we said, this has been recorded, so we will share it on our YouTube channel. we will definitely be back for more. And
Mm.
it's clearly signed Miriam up for more of a series. We'll definitely
My
do
lashes.
skincare. We will do more makeup, lots of tips and tricks. Maybe we'll do one together. We both use the same product.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Mm.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's been such a pleasure. We love you all as always. We are so
God
blessed
bless.
and grateful,
Thank you.
and we will definitely see you soon.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.